Okay, we are live on YouTube. I just need the video to connect so that I can grab that link and put it in our community, in our group, so that our community can join on at their convenience. Come on, YouTube. Help me out, help me out. Give me the link, give me the link. Because everybody in our community does not come in studio like Teray and Cheryl and Debbie and Heather and Dr. LaFera and Dr. Toya and Shawana and Dewana are currently in studio with me. Okay, I got the link finally after I feel like I abused the little refresh button to get it, but it is now in the group and now they can conveniently join us in the live chat. Speaking of groups, if you are a solopreneur or an entrepreneur who is struggling to get to your first six figures, then you should be in the group, shaycannon.info/group. Okay. Join us. We have three pillars of value. Number one, we actually come together and commune. We build community. Number two, we collaborate. We come together to make each other's businesses better and make money together. Number three, we have transformational conversations for your business growth, kind of like this morning show. Okay. And in fact, in September, it's coming, some more value. So you might want to come on, join in so that you don't miss out. shaycannon.info/group. All right, let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to the Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. Almost everything we do around here starts with the blog. Our blog for this week is at shaycannon.com/CRM. Because we are talking about an introduction to customer relationship management, CRM. Okay. The lifeblood of your business is leads, but you can't get new customers without first getting new leads, right? So we have to be able to organize these leads, and to make that abundantly clear, we're going to use a couple of numbers. So if your goal is to make six figures in a year, that's about $8,400 in a month. If you had an offer that was $400, then you have to sell 21 of those $400 offers to get to your revenue goal every month, right? Well, if your closing rate is 10%, then you have to talk to no less than 210 people just to get those 21 sales. So that's just saying if your offer was 400 and if your closing rate was 10%. But you get the multitude of people that you're going to have to talk to get to the sales, to get to your goal. Then how do we organize those people? How do we make sure we're talking to the right people at the right time about the right things? Well, that's what a CRM does. That's the beauty of it, right? So part one, if you need to know what a CRM is and why it's important, go back to the replay of part one that was on Monday. If you need to know how to create your CRM pipeline, I put together a mighty interesting, beautiful visual presentation for part two. So catch yesterday's replay. Heather was the star of that. So welcome back, Heather. Sorry you missed your stardom, but go to yesterday's replay. All right. Today, what we're going to talk about are your CRM best practices. Okay. So now that you know what it is, now that you know why it's important, now that I've hit you home with the pipeline you're supposed to be building with it, what are some of the best practices to make sure that your pipeline is flowing well and your CRM is working effectively? All right. So just like SOPs, which are standard operating procedures, I want you to look at this as SLPs, or standard lead procedures. I made it up, y'all, but hey, hopefully you'll remember, right? So in other words, your customer relations should be a well-oiled machine that eventually a sales team can follow with success. Okay. Our goal is not to always be the one that sells, but we start the sales process in our business, and we want to set a process that other people can come in and follow in our footsteps and take over. All right. Elements of focus for this process include consistent lead tracking, timely follow-ups, personalized communication, and regular data updates. Okay. By establishing clear guidelines and routines, you can ensure that every lead is handled with care and precision, reducing the chances of missing opportunities and improving your overall sales conversion rates. Okay. So this level of organization also makes it easier to onboard new team members, as they can quickly align with established procedures and contribute successfully to your sales, which what Helps your bottom line, right? All right, that's the blog, but here on the morning show, we give you more. So what I want to go through are some best practices. I want to go through a list of best practices. Okay. So now that you know what a CRM is, you know how important it is, you know you're supposed to build your pipeline. I want you to pick. I'm going to give you 20 of these strategies for best practices. Yes, 20. I be giving it, don't I? I give the value. I want you to tell me at least 2, okay, that you're going to use when I come in the round robin, everybody in studio. And for those that are over on the YouTube, we already have Keith over there saying top of the morning to y'all. Everything is good over here, Keith. So listen up so you can pick 2 of these strategies that you will be implementing. And so when you're thinking of the 2, I want you to think of the 2 that you feel like will be the hardest hitting for you to get results, okay? As far as getting you the best pick 2, the goal is to do all of them, okay? But you're going to just tell me 2 that you know will be great for you to start using. All right, number 1, data segmentation. That involves dividing your customer base into smaller but manageable groups based on specific criteria such as purchase history, behavior, demographics. That's an example, okay? Those are criteria examples. Let me give you a data segmentation example. A business might segment its leads into categories like new leads, high value customers, inactive customers. Okay, so those are some segmentations you could use. All right. Now, when I say new leads, high value customers, and inactive customers, yesterday we were talking about tags versus lists. Those might be great buckets for lists. And then tags would be all the ways the new leads came into your system, all the purchases the high value customer made, right? Those could be tags. There could be another tag place when people become inactive, like they stop opening emails or they have been taken off of a list because their tenure as a client for that program is over. Those are what the tags do versus the list, y'all, okay? The second thing, automation of repetitive tasks. So you can do automations in CRMs. Depending on which CRM you get is going to give you what automations you can do, okay? So they allow for repetitive tasks such as sending follow-up emails, scheduling appointments, updating customer information, even updating like credit card information can be a part of that kind of thing, right? So let me give you an example. Setting up an automatic follow-up email to be sent 3 days after the lead fills out a contact form, right? That could be a part of an automation. All right, number 3, lead scoring. Okay, lead scoring. We talked about this 1 week. Lead scoring is the process of assigning a value to each lead based on their behavior and characteristics, helping prioritize, what should your efforts be with them, and are they even a qualified lead, right? Some of us have people that come into our system, but they're actually not a qualified lead. That's why we have, that pipeline to keep pushing them through to see, are they a qualified lead, right? So an example, a lead opens an email, visits the pricing page, interacts with the social media content. They could be given a higher score, signaling that they are closer to making a buying decision, right? They could be ready to make a purchase. You want to know that, but if you don't have things set up to score these people, you don't know, are they close to making a buying decision, right? So that's another way that you could do your lead scoring. All right, customer journey mapping. We talk about this all the time. Almost everything that I do starts with a journey map, customer journey map. So what is it? It involves visualizing the entire experience a customer goes through from the first point of contact or the inquiry to becoming a loyal client, and it can even go further than that, okay? So an example, create a map that shows a customer's path from discovering your brand on social media, signing up for a newsletter, receiving nurturing emails, and finally making a purchase. Remind you of that pipeline we talked about yesterday, okay? So customer journey mapping, all right. The next one, number 5, regular CRM audits, okay? You need to audit your system to improve the system, but by checking up on, is the data accurate? Is the system efficient, right? And overall, what is the effectiveness of it? Because one thing I hate is putting time into something and it ain't working, right? And guess what? Sometimes y'all don't know it's not working because you're not even checking to see of the effect of it. You're just into the consistency of using it, but you're not going back and checking. So we have to do these audits, all right? For example, a monthly audit may include checking for duplicate contacts, ensuring all lead information is up to date, and reviewing the automation workflows, okay? So that's just an example of auditing. Number 6, customer feedback integration. We talked about this over and over again, right? So not only getting the customer feedback, but integrating it into your CRM process, which involves using the feedback data to improve the customer relationships and refining the strategies, okay? Let me give you an example. After a customer completes a purchase, sending them a survey and then analyzing the feedback to improve your customer service and product offerings, right? So right now, I'm taking one of my clients through one of her service programs so that I can optimize what that process looks like. So all along the way, as I'm heading her, so instead of our team member doing it, I'm taking her through the process. And all along the way, I'm asking her questions about how could this have been better for you, right? So I'm getting that feedback so I can change what that actual process looks like for other clients coming into that service, all right? So that was an example. Number 7, multi-channel communication. All right. What is it? It's, across different platforms, all customer interactions are tracked and managed in the CRM system. Okay. Now, when we talked about on Monday on part 1, I gave you some CRM systems. One of them had a speciality of also tracking social media. All of them do not. Right now, whether or not you need that speciality, that specialization, depends on how dependent are you on social media past the inquiry phase, right? Because sometimes if you're only getting them into the system using social media, then they get in there when they get on your email list, right? They get in there when they actually buy your tripwire or whatever. So you may not have to pay as much attention. However, you do have like groups, and then you have a course over on this platform, and then you have a digital product on this platform. Those are still channels that you need to keep up with. Okay. So example, integrating social media messaging with your CRM so that conversations on platforms like Facebook DMs, Twitter DMs, IG DMs are logged and accessible within the system. Okay. So that was an example. Mobile CRM access. Okay, mobile CRM access. What is that? Well, it allows you and your sales team or your customer service team to access whatever your CRM system is from mobile devices very easily. For example, a sales rep, we're going to squash that. Let's just say you on the go and you need to update some lead information. And so you want to be able to check the customer history from your smartphone while you're on the road, while you're, at that conference where you're networking during your business day, while you at lunch need to handle something really quickly, right? So that's a great example. Number 9, personalization of customer interactions. We keep saying personalization. We keep saying personalization. Guess what we keep saying? Personalization. Okay. So what is that? It involves using customer data to tailor communications and offers specifically to where that individual customer is. Okay. What their preferences and behaviors are. We are personalizing. So that's what it is. What is an example? Sending a personalized email on a customer's birthday, okay, with a special discount offer or recommending products based on their previous purchases. Go back to the example I used with Heather on yesterday. That's personalized communication when I tell her what her next steps are, right? I know Heather like, I just need to know what y'all did yesterday. Go to the replay, Heather, go to the replay. All right. Number 10, integration of other business tools. Okay. So what do I mean? I mean, integrating your CRM platform with other stuff like your email marketing platform, right? Because like I told y'all, those email marketing platforms you think are your CRMs, they're not. They're best in class for email marketing, not managing the relationship with your customer. Okay. So you might want to marry the two in an integration. You also might do an integration with your accounting software. That's a little top level right there. But you also might want to do it with your e-commerce systems, with your course systems, your digital product systems, right? So an example, connecting your CRM to your email marketing tool so that a new contact that comes in to your email marketing is automatically added to your CRM. All right. Now, number 11, consistent data entry standards. Okay. Consistent standards. What did I say? We needed standard lead procedures, right? I made that up, but here we go, right? So establishing consistent standards for how data is entered into the system, the uniformity and the accuracy across entire system. I will tell you that especially, well, right now where it's just you doing it, it's just a matter of you might have incomplete records because you forgot, right? You need to make it a standard that you, when you get a new lead or you get access to something, you put all the data in at the same time. Not, I only got time to do this right quick. Okay. That's when it's just you. When you get a sales team, what happens is if that salesperson at any point in the sales is doing that and everybody else on the team needs information, that salesperson is still the only person with that information because they never entered it into the system. Now everybody can't use it to do what they need to do. So we need to standardize how things are done, when they are done, and the accuracy around it. All right. Number 12, CRM training programs. You need to learn. When it's just you, you need to learn. So yeah, take time out to be able to read, give yourself time to go to YouTube videos, all the things. Give yourself time to come back to this week's replays if you need to, okay? But when you get a team, you need to have a training ready for them. They can't follow a standard when there isn't one. They can't follow a standard they were never taught. Okay, so training programs for yourself and the team that comes in. Number 13, tracking and analyzing customer interactions. What do I mean by that? Constantly tracking and analyzing what your customers are interacting with, okay, across touch points, so that you get insights on what that customer's behavior and preferences are, right? So for some people, I can tell that they, like right now, one of the touch points I understand I need to update is one of my lead magnets. People are at this point hating that replay of that webinar, the 6 obstacles to your 6 figures. They hating that shit. So I got to change it, right? I got feedback on the assessment that I need to take that from a PDF and make that a form that they get to complete where they get results and I get results. Okay. And then I can follow up after that. So kind of analyzing what's happening. Number 14, customizable dashboards. Y'all know I love a dashboard. Come on, dashboards. So we're going to allow users to tailor their CRM interface to show the most relevant data and metrics for their specific role, right? So I feel like you can have a dashboard that once a week you update based on all the information. But when you get a sales team, what you don't want to have to do is go into the system in the back end and look at all that stuff. You want the team members to do that and then report it to you using a dashboard. Okay. But even if you are the only one in your business going back there looking at that stuff, let me tell you how you still need a dashboard so that you're keeping up with week to week so that you know at the end of the month what that looks like. Okay. And in month to month so that you know at the end of the quarter what that looks like. Quarter to quarter. So at the end of the year, you know what that looks like. Guess what? You're not going to go back through all of that data for a year's worth. So you need those dashboards or those reports, right? That concisely report what's going on with that data. All right. Number 15, automated reporting. Okay. Yeah, your back end can give you some stuff. But again, the dashboard that you create from number 14 is going to be probably most important to you. But any tech platform that you use, including social media, has some type of insights and some type of reporting, right? But you may not need all of that, this reporting, or you might need on your dashboard the things that reporting means. The translation of that data can go on the dashboard, if that makes sense. Okay. Example, setting up weekly automated reports that summarize lead generation, conversion rates, sales performance, and it's delivered directly to your inbox. So cool. That will be if you got the team, is it going to be delivered to your inbox or in a meeting? Otherwise, you probably have to check the back end of things to get that report, but you can run reports inside of CRMs. Okay. Setting up alerts and notifications. Some CRM systems have this, right? And it helps to make sure that important tasks and deadlines are not missed. Okay. So for example, some of your lead scoring, if you take me, for example, I give a workshop almost every month. I can have an alert that says when somebody has bought the third workshop, I need to schedule an appointment with them just to talk to them about where they are in their business, right? Because they're probably right for the course or a strategy session or something like that. Okay. Customer segmentation, we're on number 17 for targeted campaigns. Targeted campaigns. So you have segmentation overall in your email marketing, and now we're doing segmentation for targeted campaigns. And what we're doing is we're dividing your customers into specific groups to deliver more targeted, effective marketing campaigns. So if you're having an event, we're talking about what is the segmentation within that event, right? If I'm having, let's say, a virtual conference that's free, right? But it also has a paid VIP, and it also has in addition to the daily conference part, we have an evening fireside chat, right? Well, how we keep up with the segmentation of that is we already had them registered and we tag them as a free attendee, right? If they buy the VIP, then we tag them as a VIP, right? Okay. Then we have them to register separately for the evenings fireside chats. All of that can add tags to them and segmentations just within this one event. Now we can see who was most engaged in the event, right? Okay, cool. I think you got it. Number 18, regularly updating CRM workflows. Okay. Anytime something is not all of a sudden working as well as it used to work, we need to go back to the beginning and flush out where the problem is, right? Even with tech, stuff does not work the same all the time. Something glitches with the tech itself. People, these tech platforms do updates, and let me tell you how it always mess something up when they do an update. They fix one thing and mess up something else. So you need to pay attention when things are not going as predicted based on the workflow that you put together, because now it's time to go back. We might need another workflow. So we need to audit this kind of stuff, go back and update them. Okay. I was trying to think of an example. For example, lead nurturing workflows every quarter. Okay, that's not an example. So for example, sometimes when they add new features, I always pay attention. When I get one of my platforms, no matter what kind of platform it is, and it's coming and it's announcing new features, I go back and make sure all my old features working right. Because if they bring in new features, something about the way that they did something could have affected something I rely heavily on. And so I pay attention. When I get emails that say, now, check out this new feature, I'd be like, let me go check out my old stuff. Let me make sure. So that's a great example of when you could be cognizant of doing that. Utilizing, number 19, utilizing CRM analytics for decision making. Again, we're not just capturing data and we're not just reviewing data. We're using it to make data-driven decisions. Okay. So for example, you can use your CRM analytics to identify which marketing channels generate the highest quality leads. Okay, you can look at which ones create the most leads or the highest quantity of leads. And now what we can do is allocate more resources to those channels, right? So when it comes to social media and you feel like you got to be everywhere at all times, for each of these platforms, you have to do what the platform demands to be successful on it. And if you're trying to be omnipresent, that can be hard without a team. So you need to know which of these platforms are performing the highest for what you needed to do to get to your money, because that's going to be the platform that you cater to. You don't cater to all of them, right? For example, you guys know I've been growing my YouTube channel and I've been watching it surpass Facebook. So guess what I do now? I pay more attention to YouTube. I've started putting more content on YouTube, right? So I'm kind of pulling back from what I do on Facebook and putting that effort and that time into YouTube, right? Another thing I see coming up through the ranks is Pinterest. I don't even know what to do with that yet, y'all, but Pinterest is coming up through the ranks. So if you didn't know, when it comes to content, I have a 3S system that I use. I have a star content channel. I have a secondary content channel. So what that means, the star one gets my focus. I'm doing stuff just for you, right? The secondary, I do a few things just for you. You're my secondary focus. You're not the first focus. Then I have a seed channel. I have more than one seed channel actually, right? And I just repurpose stuff over there. But as it started to come through the ranks, like Pinterest is right now, I'm not doing things specifically for Pinterest. right? All I'm doing is those same videos that I'm putting on YouTube as shorts, I'm also putting over there on Pinterest where people are paying attention. So if it comes up through the ranks as secondary, I might need to give it a little more attention, right? So that's an example. Number 20, last but not least, maintain your CRM data security, okay? Data security. So we want to ensure that the information we're getting about these people that are to become our clients and that are our clients, that data is secure. For an example, implementing a role-based access system, right? For example, if you're just an appointment setter, you don't need much information about these leads coming in, right? You don't need access to anything that they bought, right? Because this is new. So you don't need access to anything about current clients. Okay, so you shouldn't have access to any financial stuff, to any demographic stuff, none of that. You're an appointment setter. What do you need all that information for, right? So for me, I am very strategic on how I kind of quarantine members of teams that I manage, because every team member doesn't need access to everything. So I very much sequester them to only the things they need for their role, right? In fact, as a part of my hiring process, I make a list of all the tech they get access to. And as a part of their record, that section is updated during their tenure with the company. So that number one, I know who got access to what. But number two, when we get you up out of here, I know what to take access away. See, some of y'all keep giving access, keep giving access, keep giving access. And when it get time to get rid of that person, you don't know what access to protect, right? So that's another thing, because what we know is things like LastPass are great in theory, but LastPass is so awful these days that people are jumping over that and just giving temporary passwords or team passwords, okay? So that was 20 things. Let me go back through the list without all the extra, all right? I want two of these that you are going to implement that you feel like will be most impactful. Number one, data segmentation. Number two, automation of repetitive tasks. Number three, lead scoring. Number four, customer journey mapping. Number five, regular CRM audits. Number six, customer feedback integration. Number seven, multi-channel communication. Number eight, mobile CRM access. Number nine, personalization of customer interactions. Number 10, integration with other business tools outside of CRM. Number 11, consistent data entry standards. Number 12, CRM training programs. Number 13, tracking and analyzation of customer interactions. 14, customizable dashboards. 15, automatic reporting. 16, setting up alerts. 17, customer segmentation for targeted program campaigns. Remember, I used the example of the event. Number 18, regularly updated CRM workflows. Number 19, utilizing CRM analytics for data-driven decision-making. Number 20, maintaining CRM data security. All right. That was a lot. I almost feel like I was a virtual summit speaker. That was a lot. Okay. So we're going to start with Dr. Toya. What two do you know will be heavy hitting in your business to get you some results with this CRM?
The tracking and analyzation of data. I'm just going to, this morning, I got my Microsoft Clarity report.
Yes.
So when you kept talking about it, I was like, let me go and add this thing to the site. And I don't know if I've never gotten the report, never paid attention to the report. I don't know. But today I was like, oh, let me see what this is. And so you talking about this and getting that report today, I was like, yeah, one, because it helps me see the deficiencies on the website, right? And how people are because I've been like, how are these people getting on my email list?
Yep. I got my report on Monday and I was like, dang, more stuff to my to-do list, but totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay, cool beans. Thank you for that, Dr. Toya. I think you cheating though, because that data was just one. Analytics and data was one strategy. What's another
one? Standardization of data entry. Was that what it was? Yeah.
It was. Yes. I love it. All right. Dewana is in studio, but she can't come off the mic right now. So she said number 9 and number 19. Now I got to go back to the list and see what the hell that is. Thank you, Dewanta. Okay. Let me get in down with dog and let me see if I can see what she see. Okay, so number 19 was utilizing CRM analytics for decision-making, data-driven decision-making. Number 9 was personalization of customer interactions. So those were her 2. Okay, cool beans, no problem. All right, Dr. LaFera, what 2 of these CRM best practices do you know will be get you huge results in your business? Talkity talk.
Well, my phone is a little bit, ornery.
At some point, you got to
It's
come off the
ornery.
Nokia snake
No,
phone.
no, this is an Apple. This is an iPhone. It's a 14. But
We on a million now, and you back there on 14. We might need to
that's
go
right.
Just saying.
All
Okay,
about
what you got,
smart
Dr.
purchase and stuff, So I like the that one the one that said, let me see. See, I was trying to type that down when you called me to, but I like the one that said about trying to see. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm gonna just say data segmentation of active buyers and inactive buyers, because that sounds good, but I do need to do that. And then I'm trying to see what the one said. I was typing it in. But all of these are good, but that one and I guess I guess I like segmentation after targeted campaigns. So after I do an event or something like that, I can segment people and follow up quickly with it and stuff like that.
Yes, love it. Thank you, Dr. LaFera. All right, Heather, which 2 of these best practices do you know will be really good in your business?
I already know that I need to do automation. I don't do that ever. I need to do the analytics. I need to first look at the analytics and then make data-driven decisions off of them. Can I ask what report it is that you and Dr. LaToya are referring to? That you both received? I assume it has, you said Microsoft.
Clarity. So do you remember one time when we were talking about the heat map and I showed you how Microsoft Clarity, they send you a report in your email. It might be every week. I'm not sure, but at least every month. And we got ours this week. And I mean, it just tells you what's going on.
Okay. I definitely need to add something like that to my website, but I also need to, I feel like I need to do 4 or 5 of these right away, including lead scoring, because I just follow up with everybody, but they might not be appropriate. So.
Gotcha. Dr. LaFera, just Google Microsoft Clarity and you can sign up. It's free. Let me share my screen. Share. Okay, and let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Y'all know I don't trust y'all no more with that. Okay, cool. So it's weekly. Okay, and so it comes in and it says user frustration metrics for my domain. I got some dead clicks I need to look at. I got some quick backs. I got to go back and look at the definition of those things too. They're giving me Java errors. I have 0. I can click this to see all the metrics, but I had a total of 79 sessions. They did, almost 2 pages per session. My scroll depth is good. They have gone down into, scrolling down on the pages. The average duration is 6 minutes. So that's pretty good. But then they're showing me I got dead clicks on my website, on one of my blogs, which was last week's blog. On my story, I got a dead click. I got to remember what a dead click is. And so it didn't asking me for the feedback. So see, they're getting feedback. So you should be getting feedback. So yeah, now I know I need to go in here. Number one, I have to educate myself on what their language is and what it means, right? What is a rage click? I don't know. I mean, I didn't get any, but okay. I got to go back and see what is a dead click. I got to go back and see what is a quick back. I already know what Java errors are, but some of this stuff I need to know what it is to understand, is it good or how to fix it? Because the green is telling me it's good. This red is telling me that that's bad, right? But all the rest of the stuff is green. Then they even give you extra stuff on how to, do better on your website. But yeah, so that's an example of the email. But if I click that, let's see what it takes me to. Oh, you got signed? I ain't gonna do all that. So anyway, so that was at Microsoft Clarity. One of the weeks we talked about Microsoft Clarity, and I gave y'all a link and told you it would be good to sign up. So yeah, just Google Microsoft Clarity. It'll come up. Go and sign your domain up. It is free. They claim it'll always be free. So yeah, just do that. Dr. Latoya said, if you have a pop-up form, it also shows percentage of people who filled it out. Cool beans. I love all of that. I love all of that. All right. Debbie, going back to these best practices for your CRM, which 2 out of the 20 do you know will be really, really good for what you need in your business?
I number 19, I know I remember, stands out. Tell me what it is. Number 19.
No problem. So that was the same one of Dewana said. So that was utilizing CRM analytics to make data-driven decisions.
Yes. And then you mentioned one about your email combining with the CRM. That one, because I send
integrating.
Yeah.
Integrating with other business tools. Cool beans. That's great. All right, Cheryl, which 2 of these best practices do you know will be heavy hitting in your business?
Utilizing CRM analytics for making decisions and CRM training programs. If I don't know what I'm doing, all the rest is a moot point. So those 2, I try to start where I am and then move forward.
Love it. Love it. All right. Before I get to Ray, let's check over here on YouTube. So we got Dania over here. Good morning, Dania. Good morning, Glow. Good morning, Keith. Dania, you can let me know in the live chat what 2 work best for you. Glow, you can let me know. Keith has already said that personalization, customer interaction, and CRM audits. He said things can get cluttered. Yes, they can. They really can. All right, Teray, which 2 best practices do you feel like will be great in your business?
I'm mad that you told us to only pick 2 because you didn't mess around and gave us 20. I feel like I need
just remember though that you're supposed to do all 20, right?
Right.
So our goal is to do all 20. I just want to know what 2 stand out to you that you're gonna get some good results from.
Yeah. I feel like I need to deal specifically with the customer stuff first so that I can have something to track first. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna first I need to first put in place the customer journey mapping and the customer segmentation, especially for targeted campaigns, so that I'll have something to analyze. And I need to do that data segmentation too. Like I need to do all of it, but I need to be able to track my customer activity. I need to get that stuff under control, and feedback, all of it. And then I can get all the other stuff. And then I can get consistent data entry standards, and I can add the mobile CR. Because in my mind, I have to prioritize all of it. I have to add all of it, but I have to prioritize how and when I add it.
You
so
do.
To me,
what is the number 1 prioritization thing I give y'all? I gave it to y'all just yesterday.
Child, I don't know.
Exactly. So remember, whichever one is
going to exactly.
Look, whichever one is going to get you to the money the quickest, that's the one you start with.
Right.
Any task you have to do. Our list is always going to be long, but we go back to what's going to get us to the money the quickest. Right. So some of that might be around follow-up. Some of that might be around tagging, segmentation, so you know who is right. You know what I'm saying? Some of it might be setting up that lead scoring, which tags and segmentation is a part of. So yeah. What you came out the mic, Debbie?
Did I? Sorry.
Cool beans. Were you finished, Teray? Are you complete?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, cool beans. So far, like we're almost finished, right? So tomorrow, what we're going to talk about are common challenges with CRMs, because we want to kind of hammer home the CRM importance, right? So we want to end with challenges and talk. I want to talk to you guys about what challenges you foresee or that you have had in the past or are having currently. But so far we talked about what CRMs are, why they're important. We've talked about how to put your pipelines together, and we talked about best practices. Are there any questions about any of that or any value adds, either in studio or on YouTube? And I'm going to go to the announcements to give you a moment to think before we, call for last call, right? So show announcements. Do you want to get the morning show in your inbox? You can sign up at shaycannon.com/show. What you will receive is a reminder email in the mornings to hop on to the live YouTube channel. In the afternoons, you will get 2 links. One will be to the replay of the show, and the second will be to the show notes. Because when I give stuff like these 20 things, those things live in the show notes. They do not live in the blog, right? So you need this extra stuff so you can sign up to get them, okay? shaycannon.com/show. If you missed last night's Design Your CEO Life episode on the Indie Soup Network, Indie Soup Media Network, that's Dr. Tachi's network, then you can go to shaycannon.com/design to look at all of the replays, including last night's, okay? So shaycannon.com/design. Last night was a good one too. All right. CRMs are a part of marketing, but if you really want to know how to use them, which is Foo Fighters, the tofu, mofu, and bofu, you got to get the organic marketing workshop. Okay. Now, if you know you only need that one workshop, then go to shaycannon.com/organic. Okay. But if you know you need more workshops than just that one, because I've had 9, right? So if you know you haven't attended 9 workshops, you might want to go to the sale right now. Go to shaycannon.com/workit so that you can get 2 workshops for $97 or 3 workshops for $147. Okay. The last one that was done this month live has not been converted to the languaging of on demand, but as soon as you purchase it, you get access to the vault, and everything's in the vault already. Okay, we just gotta change all the copy. Again, this is the last week for this sale. All the workshops go off sale at the end of this week. Speaking of customer feedback, I got feedback from somebody that just bought workshops this week, and they said, hey, I'm not gonna have time to actually watch the workshops this week to take advantage of the bonus that you gave, which was a live Q&A for any workshop on the 28th, which would be next Wednesday. They were like, I need a little more time. I mean, it would have been a day, I'm sorry. I need a little more time. So heard and implemented. The new date for the live Q&A will be September the 4th, okay? The sale ends this week, all right? So the live Q&A for any workshop that you bought or any workshop you have attended will be on September the 4th. You got an email, Dr. LaFera, just check your email, okay? So in the email I sent to you, if you've taken advantage of the sale or you did the last workshop, you got an email this morning, I think, or it might've been I did it last night, but it might've sent this morning, okay? And it's telling you like how you can kind of go through the workshops faster so that you're kind of able to take advantage of the bonus live Q&A session. So find your email. All right. Let's go to questions. Anybody have any questions about what we talked about so far this week in your introduction to your CRM? Or give me a nugget of something that you have learned about CRMs that now help you to understand what a priority it needs to be to have one. Come off the mic or let me know in the chat of the YouTube. Anybody? Questions, value adds, value nuggets. All righty then, y'all know I don't force nothing.
Wait.
Cheryl got something. Look, Cheryl saved y'all.
The organization. I mean, it makes just seeing the processes, seeing what it does, it makes organization so easy. And at the same time, it saves you time. It and that time is invaluable. That's what keeps hitting me is that this frees me up to do other things, especially because I'm looking to implement, what is that you call it, the 5th week?
Yes.
And I see, there's light at the end of the tunnel with CRM systems.
It is. It is. And it doesn't just save you time. It makes you money, right? It makes you
Oh,
money.
absolutely.
Showing you where your money is. It's literally putting a bold arrow telling you where your money at. It's literally doing it. If you set it up correctly, that's what makes it so important. That's what makes it a priority. It's literally showing you where your money is. Dr. LaFaro.
Yes, I heard something that Cheryl said that, like, could you redirect me to where you said something about this 5th week? Because I missed that.
So that wasn't today. She's just talking about business freedom. The way I have my life set up is I have a 5th week vacation every quarter. It's funny because this year it ended up being like a 1st week vacation. So if you go to shaycannon.com/hours, let me see, you can see how mine is set up. All of my dates, if you go to the bottom, all of my dates are on there. So that's business freedom is what that is. I have mine set up to where, you know, a vacation is in my calendar. I'm serious about, you don't get the life that you want, you get the life that you calendar. So yeah, every year I sit down in Q4 and decide what the next year's calendar is going to look like. So all of my vacation days and limited communication days for clients, they know a year in advance. No, like, I don't even want to hear it, right? So the next one that's coming up, again, it used to be 5th week. This year it's 1st week. So my next one is the 1st week of October, which is my birthday week.
Okay.
Look, LaFaro don't miss nothing. She's like, wait a minute, hold up. When you said that, where is that? Clarity. Microsoft, where is that? I want that.
You try to be funny.
Nope, I ain't mad
Alabama.
at you. I ain't mad at you. So okay. Anybody else with any questions or clarifications needed? All righty. Well, the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you right back here on tomorrow so we can close out the week. Have a great day.